Thank you. Thank you, Sioux Falls. I'm really happy to be here. I prepared for your weather. I got a flu shot. 39 years old, first time I've ever gotten a flu shot. My wife convinced me it would make me invincible to the flu. I still get sick all the time because I don't take care of myself. I went to the Hy-Vee pharmacy to get a flu shot. Didn't know that's where you go, the grocery store, but I did. Filled out a medical history form, passed it to the pharmacist. She slid it back. She said, "You didn't write down your doctor's name." I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't have a doctor." She goes, "Well, like, who's your regular family doctor?" I said, "I don't have one. I don't go to the doctor." She goes, "Well, what do you do when you get sick?" I was like, I wait. I just wait a little while. And then I'm not sick anymore. It's not all that complicated. I lay on my couch and watch American Pickers until I feel better. So, I might have had mono since 2011. I wouldn't know, because as an alcoholic with depression, I have to do that every morning. So my wife made me go see her doctor to get a checkup, because at 39 years old, you have to have someone take your pulse every now and again, apparently. And I don't know how to tell when a doctor is lying to me, but that's what I think happened, because she gave me a checkup and told me that I was perfectly healthy. That can't be true! And I don't know, I'm 5'9", 260 pounds. There's nothing, I had wing sauce dripping off my face when she took my blood pressure. There's nothing perfect about me. I mean, I'm the height of an average adult male. And I'm the weight of a very attractive couple. But I'm perfect. And I think what happened is that she was judging me regionally, you know? Because, if I'd have been in Denver, Colorado, she'd have been like, "You are fat." But fortunately, I'm a Nebraska medium, so doing all right. Yeah. In Little Rock, Arkansas, they think I run marathons. They never see anything sexy. Little Rock, Arkansas. It's the opposite end of the scale. My wife actually just started doing comedy too, and it's actually been a lot of fun. She's just done it for a couple of months, but I book a lot of shows, so I've gotten to put her on, and we've performed together a couple of times, and it's been great. But all the other local comedians in my area are starting to get pissed and asking me questions like, "Oh, your wife does comedy for just a couple months and suddenly she gets to do shows with you and I don't. How do we get on shows? If I have sex with you too, do I get to do shows? Do I give you a blowjob, will you put me on a show?" No. Quit being stupid. That's not how it works. Also, you've wildly misjudged the relationship I have with my wife. But, local amateur comedians, I'll explain to you how it does work so that you can have that same relationship with me if you financially support me while I pursue this stupid dead-end dream. In exchange, I fuck you. I'm the whore. Me. Not her. She doesn't trade sex for comedy. That's a lose-lose. That makes sense. I'm the whore. I'm kidding. We don't have sex. We've been married for 15 years, man. Yeah, right? So there's none of that. I don't even have sexual fantasies. Frankly, it sounds exhausting. When I do fantasize, it's just about new and different foods I can spread cream cheese on. That's the stuff right there. In Nebraska, so it's full-fat silver tub cream cheese. Oh my God. Comedy is fun. I was recently the featured comedian on a drag show. You guys know what a drag show is? Dudes dress up as pretty ladies and lip sync to 80s music and stuff, and then comedy. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but a lot of the male comedians dressed in drag, they wore pretty dresses and stuff. I wore this. Because as it turns out, the female version of me doesn't have any self-esteem either. I don't know why that would have made a difference. I also recently did a show at a gay bar, and it was great. I'm not gay, but I am Jewish, the gay of ethnicities. Because we love each other, but no one else really gets us. So it's pretty gay, pretty gay. I didn't actually find out I was Jewish until I was in my 30s, because I'm from a small town in Kansas where my grandmother was afraid of how the townsfolk would react. So I didn't find out until I was like 33 that we're actually Jewish. And I just woke up one day and was a different ethnicity. It was crazy. It was like a weird time and place to find that out, you know, but it was also kind of cool, and I was excited because I thought, well, maybe people will be on board with it. Maybe nobody cares. I mean, I don't know if people here care or not. Like, are you here? Like, where are the Jews at? Correct. We don't answer those types of... Good. You guys, yeah, you guys, we don't answer those types of questions. I want a skinhead with a microphone yells, where are the Jews? It's like walking into a room and being like, whose murder weapon is this? Even if you're guilty. Don't say nothing. Oh my God. So yeah, things change when you're 39. You know, one thing that happened to me recently that kind of, I don't know, it's a change in my life and it sucks. Like, suddenly music stopped meaning anything to me. Like, I used to love pop music, and sometime about 3 or 4 years ago, suddenly, like, the radio just went dead. I was like, oh, this music is terrible and it's meaningless and just seems stupid. And I was really bummed out, but then I read this article that said music is primarily marketed to 12-year-olds. That's like the target demographic of record companies. It's like, okay, it's not for me. Like, no one cares about 39-year-old Jimmy, so I was fine with it. But I thought back and I was like, man, it didn't used to be that way. Like, when I was 12, our music was like soulful and meaningful and complicated and deep. And it molded us into the well-adjusted adults we are today. And to prove it, I looked up the #1 hit song in the country from the year 1990 when I was 12. And there it was, Me So Horny by 2 Live Crew. So I was right. All right, I've been Jimmy Putnam. Thanks a lot, Sioux Falls.